Okay, welcome. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate you carving out a little bit of time with us on this Thursday evening. Uh, we've been doing these now. I think this is our ninth week of consistently having focused training around what we're doing, how we're trying to grow, what we're doing with the business. And I think over the next coming weeks, we're going to see some different approaches. We're going to see some really exciting announcements that are coming out and releases. We met about them this afternoon, and there's some really exciting things that are coming that it's going to make and take the network and the opportunity and the offering to the next level, and it's going to be really exciting. So there's a lot of cool things that are on the roadmap, things that are very, very close to being released. And it's not like, hey, we wish we could do this. It's, hey, we are doing this. It's just a matter of timing. And so you're going to see a lot of kind of hints and teases in the Facebook groups, and as we're talking through to kind of generate some interest and some buzz. And then when we release it, we're going to try to make it as exciting as possible to all of our agents, our vendors, our people that want to be vendors, people that are on the fence that don't know, and we're going to try to share it as much as we can to build up some anticipation and make it exciting. Uh, but today's topic is really going to be more around. Okay, we've gone through laying the foundation, setting it up, and walking through how to connect and how to do the outreach and how to manage our social media and all of those things and do live in-person networking. How do we how do we amplify what we're doing? How do we take it and not just it's my effort going forward, but how do I build a team? When I say a team, it's how do we just continue to grow the people that we invite, the people that we bring into the community. And it is a team. It's not like we have to work really hard as leading the team, but it's building a group of people that are like-minded that can help us out, that can help grow the community, because there's a lot of benefit to both sides of doing this. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to really talk about that team approach to this, as opposed to more of the tactical stuff that we've been talking about over the last 2 months. So let me go ahead and share. Move that out of the way. Go in presentation mode, full screen. Can you see the screen?
Yes, yes, we can.
Fantastic. Okay. So, like I mentioned, we're talking about sharing, leading, and earning, really building the XP team and how to build a team for you. Because obviously, the bigger your team is, the more revenue opportunity you have to bring in and to grow and to build, not just your team, your influence, and the fun of that, but the revenue that comes along with that and the opportunity and the possibilities. So we want to think of this as it's a bigger game, and we want to see beyond just what I'm doing every day or what you're doing on your own. It really is, how do we shift from what we're doing to, how we can approach XP, the XP network, the opportunity, and share it. And, we're not just generating leads for businesses. And we're trying to get them in, we're trying to get them connected, get them plugged in, get them to join the network. But idea here is that we're building more of a movement, a community, and a true network as opposed to a lead gen business. Because if we get caught in a lead gen business, we're going to be fighting people that are going to offer stuff for free. They're going to offer a lot of things that we just don't want to do and the battles that we don't want to get into. So the more we can focus on the movement and the holistic view of who we are and what we do and how we help and how we support communities and how we grow communities and all the benefits of being part of the XP group community and movement, it's going to be a much easier conversation. And it's something that people want. People want to be part of something bigger than themselves. And as a small business owner, and I think Diana and I can really attest to that, is it's a lonely road. And it's when you're doing it on your own and you're constantly trying to figure out what the next move is or the next step is, and you're doing it alone, it's tough and you get beat down and you get burned out. And if we can show them that they're part of something bigger, part of, a team and a network, it's more fun. There's something to grab hold of. They can work together and they can see that they're part of something more than just, hey, I'm just trying to pay the bills this month. And whether it's an agent or a vendor, it doesn't matter because even as an agent, we're building businesses. It's a different type of business than somebody who's, mowing lawns or plumbing, but it's still the business of helping them connect, helping them get customers, helping them see the holes in their marketing and how can they fill it, and helping them understand all of those things in the solutions that we provide. And it's sharing that with them and letting them know that they're heard, they're part of something else. And we have to we have to understand that not everybody that we invite, not everybody that we talk to is going to really jump in and say, "Hey, this is for me." But you never know when you're going to hit that one person or those two people that are going to take it and run with it. It's going to hit them at the right time and the right mindset. And that's going to be the person that explodes your network. You just don't know when it's going to happen. When Chris and I got on our first call, we had no idea that we would be here 3 months later. It was not even in the cards. We didn't even know each other. And now we are actively adding easily hundreds of people to the network every week. It's not like it's a hard thing to do. We've got backlogs of people that want to join and get in. So it's you just never know when that one person that you talk to, it's going to click. So don't be afraid of sharing what we're doing, why we're doing it, and what the benefits are. And that's a lot of what we're talking about today. So the real opportunity is understanding that XP and the network and the opportunity isn't sales. We're connecting people, we're building that environment, and we're always looking for ways to how can we improve it for the vendors and the customers and the agents, and how can we make it so that it's the best overall solution. This is evolving all the time. We're always looking for ways that we can make things better and provide better value quicker, allow people to see the results faster. And it's just, we're looking at all of those things that we can do. And by focusing on making connections and helping people see and understand that, it's showing them the opportunity. And every agent that you bring in gives us the opportunity to help more local businesses, help them thrive and help them grow. Because every agent has the ability to bring on 4 or 5 other businesses that they know and they work with, and then they bring on 3 or 4 more, and then they hit the jackpot and they have one that has a huge network and they bring on 200 people, and you never know how that's going to happen and how that's going to impact and grow your monthly revenue and your commissions and all of those things. So sharing the opportunity and helping them understand why you're doing it and sharing the benefits on the income side is a really huge opportunity and part of the network that we need to make sure we're clear on, we understand, and that we can share. And then understanding that, it's not just, again, your effort. You earn from 3 levels below you. So you bring somebody on, they bring on 2 people, those 2 people bring on 2 people, and now you've got like 10 or 12 people that you're, helping to grow their business, but they're also bringing on more people, and each one of those levels is paying 10% back to you to improve and increase your revenue. And the better we understand it, the better we explain it to the people that we're bringing on and educating. Now they start to see and it starts to click with what the opportunity truly is with building a residual income business and helping customers at the same time. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. Diana, feel free to jump in or stop me if I miss something. And so how do we do this? How do we do the invites? How do we connect with people? And some people in the business world, and I've been in marketing now for a long time. It feels like it's been forever, but I mean, it's probably been 5 or 6 years. I've been focusing a lot on the digital marketing side, and businesses and people are afraid to promote. They feel like it's pressure. They feel like it's salesy. They feel creepy about promoting. But the reality is we have to promote. If we don't promote, no one's going to promote for us. So we have to do it. But how do we format it and how do we phrase it in a way that it feels comfortable for you And it also feels comfortable for the businesses that we're working with. Because again, they're afraid to promote themselves, even though I, with every ounce of my soul, know that self-promotion is the only way a local small business can grow because you have to have people that know what you do and who you are, but they don't want to do it. So how do we make it feel like it's, not promoting? Well, we invite them to learn more. We invite them to learn about the possibilities because it leads with curiosity and makes them feel like we're serving them. And it feels like, we're just not trying to sell them. It's not pitchy. It's much more, hey, would you like to learn more? And this, I think this is a great line. Hey, I found something that helps small businesses grow, and it pays us, it pays people like us to connect them. Do you want to take a look? So if you're looking at bringing on agents, which is really what we need more of than anything, because we just need the help to spread the word, is sharing something like this that, hey, if you want to help your community grow, I've got something that allows us to connect and then we get paid for it at the same time. Is that interesting to you? Again, it's an invite. I'm leading with service. There's a little curiosity there because we do when we're inviting people or sending out, some type of a message, we don't want to give them all the information at once. I want to give them just enough to want to know more. And it's just enough curiosity, just enough of a question that they're going to reply and they're going to be interested in learning more. And that's really what it's all about, is just giving them enough information so that they can, hey, let's hop on a call, let's talk about it, send some information, whatever it may be. Now, I don't know if we've talked about this in the past or not, but understanding that stories sell. Stories are what drives a business. If I get on and I'm on say a sales call or a directory call and I'm talking to somebody about, you know, what we're doing as XP and the XP network, I almost always fall back into the story of why this clicked for me. Why I thought that when Chris and I were talking that what he's started to put together here was like, this is where I've been leading to all this time. The fact that we're focused on the local small businesses, the ones that are underserved, the ones that don't have the help and don't know how and can't get the visibility, the support, and the access, and they're getting screwed over by stuff like Angie or Thumbtack. And that's exactly who we want to serve and why it clicked for me. And that's a story that I can easily share every time I talk to somebody because now they can relate. They can understand that, yeah, I love to help small businesses. And if I'm already a small business, I know that Angie sucks. I know that Thumbtack is super expensive and I'm getting nothing from Yelp and I don't even understand how to use Nextdoor. And social media and marketing is just mind-boggling. So when I share that story with them, it lowers their guard and it attracts them in. So understanding what your story is and why you care is going to be a big part of how you attract people and how you bring them in to the network and how you talk to them about why you became an agent or why you became part of the XP network. Now, if you don't have your own results yet, if like you're just getting started, I don't even know why, and I don't know what I'm doing, don't be afraid to ask somebody that and you talk to as to what kind of results are you seeing? What other things, why are people doing this? And using other people's stories until you get one of your own. It's perfectly okay. We all do it. When we all start from somewhere. If I started and I don't have a story, I've never done this before, and I'm terrified, talk to somebody else. Find out how is it that you communicate? What is it that got you into this business? Or why is it that you're helping these businesses? Or what businesses or have you talked to and why are they doing it? And just borrowing their stories, because again, you're just sharing the stories, the reality, and what's actually happening. So stories are the key that allows us to break down barriers and communicate. And these are things that you use in social media and in conversations and sales. And, if I'm doing presentations and I'm talking to a large group, there's always stories that you weave into it because it makes you relatable and it makes it so that people will start to understand why you're doing it. And you're not just a salesperson or you're not just pitching them on something, trying to get them to buy. You're sharing who you are and a little bit of something that's going to connect with them. And they don't have to be long stories. They can be short. The shorter you can get your story and still convey the message is probably the ideal way to do it. So hopefully that makes sense. The action here is take a couple of minutes and write down your story. Write down, we call it the origin story. You know, how you found out about it, why you got started, what makes it interesting to you, what have you seen so far, what have you learned, and why do you continue on? You just take those notes and feed it into the AI assistant and say, hey, help me write an origin story using these notes. It's going to knock your socks off what you're going to get. You're not even going to realize it's your own story. You're going to be like, holy cow, this is an amazing story. So use it and use your origin story and then share that because people are going to relate. And when people relate to you, that's what starts to draw them in. So story, you'll see a lot of people, especially like Tony Robbins and people that have big audiences, they tell the same stories over and over and over again. Why? Because they connect. Why? Because they pull people in and they make people spend money. That's why they do it. And they get so that they know what stories to tell at what time because they know that that's what's going to connect with their audience and that's what's going to bring people in. No different. It's absolutely no different. Your story is going to connect with a mom that's at home that, is struggling to pay the bills and doesn't know what they're doing and, doesn't know what's going to happen. Or, the husband that just, lost a contract and now they just don't know what to do next. Telling those stories as to why is going to immediately connect with other people. So have those stories, have those experiences, and don't be afraid to share them because that's probably the most authentic thing you can do that's going to connect with other people, whether you're in person, on the phone, Zoom, or sharing on social media. So hopefully I didn't go too long on that one, but I think this is really, really important as to why we do this and why story is so important in how we sell. So AI, we talk about AI every single week because it is such a powerful tool. I know I just talked about it, but there are just an infinite number of ways that we can use the tools to help us. You can utilize the AI assistant to help you write invite messages, DMs, replies. So I'm going to share another story. I had a vendor that we just put into the platform probably 2.5 weeks ago. She messages me, it's been 2 weeks and I haven't seen a lead yet. So my first reaction was not the one I was going to send. I knew that I was going to write an angry message. I don't do that. I always think, stop, take a pause, take a break. So I wrote down what I wanted to say, and then I put it into the AI tool and said, help me calm this down and write a response that doesn't sound like I'm an ass. And it did exactly that. It took it, dialed it back, sent a much more friendly message, and conveyed what I was trying to convey without me coming over the top. So even if you're having a mini moment and you don't want to, come across as, too aggressive or whatever, or you're just not even sure what to say, utilize the tool to help you come up with a better message or even just brainstorm ideas. So the prompt on here, hey, write me a casual, friendly message to invite someone to check out XP as a side hustle. That's a perfect message. That's a perfect request. Because, hey, if I want to, I've got somebody that I know is in my phone that, maybe I haven't talked to in a little while, but they could be really interested in this or it could be a good fit for them. Shoot them over a message. So help me write a message, send it to them, send them a text message or DM or whatever. And, you do that 2 or 3 times a day, you're going to have more people than you know what to do to at least talk to about the opportunity. So hopefully that makes sense as far as utilizing the AI, utilizing it to do things that maybe you're just not used to or you don't even think to ask. Just play with it. Continue to play with it. Continue to use it because you're going to be surprised at the output that you get. Now, as we build our teams, as we grow, And as we kind of model behavior, we want to be supportive. And I'm hoping that myself and Diana and Christian, we do this at the same time where we're modeling the behavior, we're modeling the basics, because I know that if I'm doing it and I do it right, the people that I'm showing, and when I share that information, they're going to see that, hey, I'm just not talking out of my ass. I'm actually doing this stuff every day. This is how I do things. And if you do the same thing and you model the behaviors and model the basics, you don't need to be some all-star leader or manager. You just need to do what you say you're doing. And if you do those things, people are going to be naturally attracted to you and they're going to trust what you're doing and what you're saying. If anytime somebody as a leader or a boss, and everybody's on here has had a bad boss, without a doubt, everybody has. I've learned just as much from having terrible bosses as good bosses. But when you have a boss that constantly tells you to do something and then they do just the opposite, you immediately lose respect for them. And you don't want to do that. You want to be the person that they look up to when you bring people onto your team and they see that you're doing it and you're putting in the work and you're doing the same things that they are, and you're just a little further down the road than them. But they know, and it gives them hope that if they continue to do the basics and continue to do these things, they're gonna have success. And then don't get too caught up in like the onboarding and bringing people on. We do the majority of the heavy lifting. I mean, if you look at these calls, we set these up so that we provide the training, we provide the material and answer the questions so that you, as you bring somebody else on, you don't have to try to figure it out on your own because we know how difficult that is. So we're working to build out onboarding programs so as the new agent, new vendor come on, that they get the right tools at the right time so that we can hold their hands through the process. And all you have to do is welcome them in, encourage them, check in on them once in a while, and help them share with other people. And then celebrating progress. When we bring people on, when we see people, succeeding, hopping in the Facebook group, hopping in the WhatsApp group, and sharing successful events. Hey, they made new connections, or they invited somebody to an in-person event, or they brought people into the Facebook group, whatever it is. If you see somebody doing something, give them positive reinforcement and share it with everybody. Because something that everybody loves is positive reinforcement. Whether they say it or not, everybody loves to have what they're doing noticed. And if you can do that and you become intentional about it, you're going to have a better team because people are going to want to work with you. People are going to see that you're praising people and they're like, I like that. I like what they're doing. And again, it brings people to you. So there's simple things that we can do. And when I was running really, really large teams, I would do this even for people that didn't directly work for me. I would set aside every Friday, I'd do my Friday shout outs and I would send out messages to them and their bosses and people they were connected with every single Friday and make sure that they were noticed for the work that they were doing. And the more often that we do that, the better we get at it, the more other people are going to see it and the more other people are going to want to be part of your movement and part of what you're doing. So positive reinforcement goes a really long way, especially when you're working with people that are out on their own, people that are doing solo work, and people that, I mean, if you work from home or you work say you're doing this as a side hustle and you have a job you don't particularly care for, getting the praise for what you're doing from another source would go a long way for a lot of people. So just remember to be positive, even when we get frustrated, being positive and sharing and celebrating success, even if it's a small win, it goes a long way. So a couple other AI things, really easy wins for us to use AI for. Hey, write a quick welcome message for a new agent. You bring somebody on, you're like, I don't even know what to say. I want to say something personal, but I don't know. Just say, get in, pull up the AI assistant, say, hey, I've got a new agent. Their name is Alma. Help me write a welcome message that I can share on social media. Do that, it'll write it, you do it, and just send it out. Hey, I've got, my new agent that started, and, I know they're getting onboarding, but I want to write, a really quick start message that'll help them start making progress really fast and make me, look like a rock star. So hey, help me write a quick message. And again, the AI assistant will do that. Um, you could do light onboarding sequences. It's not really necessary. We're trying to do as much of that for you so you don't have to. But again, as a leader, as building a team, I still want to own anybody that I bring on. Anybody that comes in through me, I want them to see me as the person that's steering the ship for them. And so I'm still going to do a series of outreach, whether it's automated or not. They don't know. Doesn't matter. The fact that they're getting touch points is important to them to make them feel like they're connected and they're not just, hey, you were sold something, now you're out on your own. It's, hey, you're sold something, you're part of our movement. I'm going to do everything in my power to make you successful. These are the things that we're going to do, and I'm glad you're here. So doing those things, light onboarding, a quick sequence that helps establish a good relationship and a good business rapport with you and a new vendor or you and a new agent. So hopefully that makes sense. So how do we tie all this into our daily power hour? We talk about it every single week. Doesn't go away. Even my clients that I work with outside of this, the power hour is what we talk about. Everybody does the power hour. What we want to do is how do we increase our visibility to bringing on additional agents? Well, this probably week or 2 weeks, I would say start doing some agent invites. In your 15 minutes of outreach, send out 2 agent invites a day, just kind of building the habit of reaching out to people because you never know who it's going to be. Just reaching out, sending them a message. Just 2 a day because you never know who's looking for the path. They've been beat down, struggled, tried a million things, none of them worked. And then you come in, this bright shining light with an opportunity that they have been looking for, that they didn't know they needed, and they need to know more. And that's your opportunity. That's your opportunity to share with them. And if they tell you not now, if they tell you, hey, you know what, now's really not a good time, that's cool. I've just planted the seed, so now I can follow up in a month, or they can see what I'm posting on social media, and they're like, hey, you reached out to me about that about 2 months ago, and I'm interested. Now, what does that do? Now you have a phone call. You can explain more. So literally, and I think I posted this in the WhatsApp group, I had a conversation yesterday with somebody who said, hey, I've been seeing what you've been posting about this XP thing, and I want to know more. Hopped on a quick call. We're building out his directory tomorrow. It just happens that way. I didn't know who this dude was. We'd just been connected on social media, and he's like, I like your stuff. I like what you're doing. The seeds that you start planting, they bear fruit. It's just each tree grows at a different rate. So I think I have one more. Oh, no, I actually have 2 more. So action items this week, daily outreach, 2 potential agents every day for the next week. Share your link, let them choose. Don't assume anybody is a no. Give them the information, let them learn more, let them figure it out. And then follow up 1 or 2 days later. Hey, any questions? I know I sent you over to the directory link. There's a lot of info on there. I just want to see if there's anything I can help you with and help explain or help you understand. Answer any questions. Again, low barrier, invite, not trying to sell you anything. And then celebrate every win. Don't get down on yourself. It's really, really, really easy to get down on ourselves and feel like we're not making progress and we're beating our head against the wall all day. And it's like, son of a bitch, I just can't get over there. I can't get over the hump. It's okay. Take a pause, take a breath and say, you know what did I do? I did my outreaches every day. I followed up. They weren't ready, which is fine. But if you never do the outreach and you never do the follow-up, you're never going to get there. So this is all about filling your pipeline and staying connected. So try to do in your outreach portion of your power hour, 2 potential new agents every day. That's 10 people. Share the link. Even if they say no, that's cool. I'll follow up later, see if you're interested. If not, we'll just stay connected. Cool, whatever. But celebrating the wins. And if you get to the end of the week and you've hit your 2 every day, that's a celebration. If you were able to still get to 10 and none of them replied, at least you did your part. That's a celebration because you're doing the little things every single day. Because at some point, it's going to snowball and I sent out 10, I didn't hear back, but the next week when I follow up and I send 10 more, now I've got 13 people that are interested. So, but you'd never know if you don't start sending the messages and being okay with no's and being okay with a little bit of quote unquote rejection. It's really not. It's just, hey, I'm not interested. That's cool. But being okay and celebrating the fact that I did what I needed to do in order to move the ball forward. So, all right. And last thing, I think this is the last thing, we win as a team. Overall, XP Network, our clients, our vendors, our customers, our agents, everybody wins as a team. We all win together. So, sharing your connection, your network contains people who may need exactly what XP offers, and you just don't know it yet. How do we know? We share out the opportunity, and that strengthens our cause and makes everybody, it improves our reach, and it makes it so people know who we are and what we do. We support growth. When your team member has success, you succeed. Invest the time in answering questions and helping and just celebrating those wins. And again, collective success. Our team approach means that your earnings are going to grow as your team grows and as your team improves and as they win and as they expand. So creating that sustainable income is really important. But to do that, you do all the other things, and then the revenue and the team growth will happen. So that is, I think it's, yep, no more slides. So I will drop that and I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm going to open it up. I think that this was, obviously, it was a little different than some of the trainings that we've done, but I think it was due. I think that, we're kind of at that stage where we've done a lot of nuts and bolts. We've done a lot of tactical stuff. This is more of, mindset. How do we improve? How do we grow? And how do we build the team? And this is the perfect time to it, because we're going to see this explode. And we're going to need everybody's effort to do that. So I'm going to stop talking because I've been talking for 25 minutes straight, and I'm
That's
going to
it?
open it up.
I thought it was an hour.
Hey, I get it.
I just want to share something. Hopefully, it's some type of encouragement. The community program. If you don't know what that is, or if you haven't been part of this, um, you can even implement this at home, kind of like learn what the program does for our community. You can start sharing a simple conversation. Hey, this is a free program. You can bring, your friends, your neighbors to get a cup of coffee and just get together and let me show you, what this cool free program can do for you. You can make some money from home, this and that. I'm sharing this with you because we just launched this program literally 2 weeks ago. From there, Eunice brought 3 or 4 people to a small, it was just probably total 9 or 10 people on that meeting.
Which is a
And we
lot.
was,
Which is a lot for the
which is a
first
lot. And
meeting.
I
It
mean,
was
for
very
the first
well.
for the first meeting, I guess
Yeah.
it was good, right? So everybody was surprised about what the program was about, how easy it was for them to, like getting paid this kind of money just for sharing. But at the end of the meeting, there were 2 people over there that one of them had a experience with selling, or I'm not 100% sure. I think it was an MLM company some kind, and the other one was a property manager. So what I'm trying to share here, that small meeting uh, means that right now at this point, Eunice, one of the ladies, just upgraded to an agent, and this is literally a week after. Now she has one agent through, this small meeting, and the other one, the property manager, signed up as a vendor. So she has 2 paid members within their organization just by doing the minimum effort, just to, hey, just share this opportunity, bring people, because this is the only way that people are going to know what this is about. people started asking questions. Okay, well, but is this it? Like, is this just, well, there's more. If you know, decide to move forward, we can show you how to make more money. So that's the plan with this type of meetings. And it's definitely, you know, like working. So hopefully we can start implementing this. You know, we can do Austin, we can do Dallas, we can even you can even learn how this program works, so you can do presentation at home. You know, like just share what this is about with, you know, again, with just close friends, with your neighbors, and this is gonna open the door for you to talk about, you know, our full program. And this is definitely going to bring you a chance for you to start, you know, getting people just upgraded from just a simple customer. I want to upgrade to an agent, or I want to upgrade to a vendor because I want the full benefit of this platform. I don't want to stay just over here as a customer. Cool thing is that we are offering a through Square an option where they can pay after, I think that's what it's called. But you can select, you know, I'm going to upgrade to a vendor, and the system, what it's going to do is going to split that license into 4 payments. So it's more affordable for you to register without having, you know, to come up with a full amount out of your pocket. You can use that option. It's going to split the payments in 4, but for, you know, the agent that signed you up, it's going to be an instant commission. It's just a different way for you to pay for your license. But just take advantage of that. You know, take advantage of the community program. Don't stop sharing. I mean, this week has been really interesting. A lot of things coming. I mean, we're just seeing how this group is growing. We're very happy about it. So if we could say something, is just don't stop sharing. People are, at some point, people are gonna start coming at you. But you have to put yourself out there for that to happen. If not, if people don't know what you do, it's never gonna happen. But the moment you start sharing more and be more, even if you don't like it, because for some reason, like me, I prefer to do things like on my own, but that does not work. If you want people to follow you, you need to be sharing stories, sharing what you're doing, and all the time, even if no one likes what you're posting, but people
Well,
are noticing, people are checking on you, and then they will start, you know, like this week I received like 10 messages from people. What is XP? What is XP? What is XP? I send people that want to sell for us, people that want to, you know, like want to make money by joining you guys, how this works. So we had a lot of interviews this week for people that want to come and join us. So, but it's all because we're just following the plan. So that's my 2 cents right here.
cool. Very good. Right. I'm gonna give you just my point of view as well. I mean, it's extremely important that you guys definitely take advantage and utilize these trainings. I mean, it's not just for you to show up on Thursday or Mondays or every single day when we do our morning's call. And the reason why it's because you have seen, Jody just mentioned, we never met in our life. We don't even have common friends on Facebook. Not even that. I mean, it was complete out of the consistency of what he's doing about promoting, because I saw his post before, did not pay attention pretty much because there's 100 different, companies there. But I saw something that I like, and it was the consistency. Even if it maybe don't have one like, because I did not went to see how many likes that posting had. If not, when it brought my attention, it went, oh, hold on, what's going on in here? This person is taking the necessary time to be consistent, to continue, right, trying to promote and promote and promote, even if you don't have likes. In the end of the day, guys, the reason why I'm saying this, because you are witness or what Jody is part of the corporation today, the relationship that we have built, the everything we are going to build together, the hundreds of people that are connecting with us in a monthly basis. And guess what? You don't need 1,000 people to like you. You need only one person that may like, what you post. You may like what actually you're trying to share. But if you don't do the sharing part, it's kind of a little bit impossible to people know what you're doing. So that's actually a proven record that everything that Jody is doing all these trainings is because it did work. I don't think we will spend money. I don't think it will, I'm sorry, money, time, and time is money, of course. But I don't think he will actually prepare an entire week, a training just because to be honest with you, he's not getting paid. I'm gonna be really clear, okay? I want to clear with an entire organization that he's not getting paid for him to do this. He's an independent, partner like each one of you guys, but he actually saw when his soul and the vision and what XP can do. And if we do it, if everybody put a little bit together, we can create the strongest community that you guys ever imagined. Okay, so I want to really clarify that because that's a value that he's taken now because he believes in what we can do together as a team. So if you guys want to get trained and the training he's doing, you will be paying $200 a month every single week for what he's putting together for you. So what I'm saying with this is go back. I mean, I know you don't go sleep. I know you spend time in the phone. I know you spend time in different things. Go back to the trainings. Go back all the way from the beginning. Sometimes for me to, and I still do it till today. When I want to refresh my mind and myself about something, I go all the way from the beginning and I start reading back. How many people has wrote a book more than one time? How many times you haven't even watched a movie? I'm one of kind of guy that I can watch a certain movie 1,000 times because one way or another one I love it. But I'm gonna finish with this that nothing is going to happen. María, puedes cerrar el micrófono, por favor? Uh, Nothing, guys, nothing is going to happen. Absolutely nothing is going to happen if you don't take the minimum necessary steps, which is copy and paste. How difficult is that? How difficult is that to share? You sharing, because I see many people, they share pictures all over the day. They share so many crap, on social media. Take 10% of the time that you use in your social medias and put it on XP, and you will see, the difference. And I'm going to close with this that everything that we are being teaching you right now, everything that Jody is putting together, I promise you that you need to take advantage. And the reason why is because two major developments on the platform are about to come in the next 2 weeks. So those two major tools are an amazing tool. We are going to become one of the only companies being able to provide with all those necessary tools for vendors and for agents that you're not going to believe what you're going to see. If XP it's already make a part of different with any other company similar to what we do, you're gonna have to wait what's gonna happen in the next 2 weeks. But if you're not applying and utilizing these trainings and utilizing the platform, like Jody say, I don't know what to do. Ask, play, touch, read, go back, go back to the videos. It's so simple. We are independent business owners. Each one of you, if you are in this college because you made the decision, right, to be XP part of your financial, future. So if you made the decision to do that, do it. If not, we'll go and watch and get some soap operas, a movie or whatever you want to do. But what I'm telling you is if you made that decision realistically to try and see what's going on, well, what the heck? Try. At least try. Because if you don't try, you will never see if it's going to work for you or not. So amazing. One more time. Thank you, Jody. Thank you, everybody that is connected. Let's continue growing this community. I'm super excited and super thankful to each one of you and everybody who worked together to get this company take it to the next level. Always taken to God to bring us the opportunity to get together as a family. Let's build this. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you.